People of the verse, hello and welcome to the channel. This is the Eradicator, and in this video we are going to talk about shields, because in the last episode of Inside Star Citizen we have been introduced to some really fantastic progress update of what is being done here with shields. Right now the shields are not really in a good place. It's kind of like some kind of artificial looking bubble around the ship, and it just doesn't look good performance wise. It is not fantastic. It creates holes around ships as well, like the Constellation for example. So let's see in this Inside Star Citizen footage what the devs are doing to fix this.
There was a lot of work that actually went into getting us to the point where we are now in terms of having impact effects that are defined by the science distance field.
And what you are seeing here, those science distance field, what you are seeing here, that footage here is currently what is right now in Star Citizen Alpha 3.12.1, which just got live today, by the way. So it is already a thing in the verse as we are speaking.
SDF shields were a huge part of the whole suite needed to bring capital ship combat to fruition.
The mesh shaping tech is something that I haven't seen in any other game before.
True, it looks absolutely fantastic, and it's not overkill. It doesn't cover the entire ship. It only reveals the part of the ship here that is being attacked by other ships, and I think that is the right way to go. It doesn't take too much resources here, while at the same time looks quite fantastic too. So that is indeed a difference with what we are currently having. Let's hope that eventually in the long run it is going to prove more effective as well.
Our previous shield technology is getting quite old now and it has some limitations. Primarily on the setup side, you had to
John
have
Crew
duplicated
being
data
very
to
busy.
detect the hits, and then that displayed to a completely independent
Yeah, there it is. There's that bubble here. That bubble, which is it's not effective at protecting the ship. It's not effective graphic wise as well, as they say, old technology, right? And it's good that it is eventually going away this year.
which had no actual relevance to gameplay. It was just purely there for visuals.
They're really limited in terms of if the wing breaks off, the mesh can't adapt to that. With SDFs they can.
A big reason why we needed USTF shields as well was because we needed to support the new visual effects of the shields, so we could really communicate to the player the firepower and the impact that their firepower had on the ships. Because we changed the weapon balance, a lot of the weapons now,
it does look amazing, Shadow Rise, absolutely.
So much more firepower than they've ever had in Star Citizen, and that massively changed the demands of the shields and what it takes to take them down.
So if you're shooting the ship with a size 1 weapon, you may only see a small little energy flare on the surface of the shield. But
which is what we saw when you had that little Gatling gun here firing on that Idris.
Shoot it with a size 10 cannon, the impact may wrap around half of the ship.
Yeah, did you see that? Boom, and then, hey, it's not touching. You can see it is not touching the ship as we're stopping here. It's right above it, and then that energy will be dispersed all over the ship's energy field, like
In
that.
the old system, it would glow blue, and then it would go when the shield was down. You had no idea.
Yeah,
whether
boom,
you were
there we go.
99% of the shield face, or you had 1. Whereas with SDF shields, we've got a lot more flexibility now in providing reads on that, and you will see that they transition through the colors as it gets closer to coming down. That gives a huge game.
Look at that. So when the shields are healthy, it's light blue, and when the shields are about to go down, then it gets into this, pinkish, purplish type of color. That's brilliant as well. And it's a great visual cue here, which is definitely going to be motivating to keep on going in a special area. Hit the place where your shields are purple, right?
Play impact.
We have several techniques how to displace and sort of have the SDF control individual particles.
We started to look at using mesh-based particles, being able to actually splat the mesh particles to the shape of the ship.
And then on that mesh we can play animated textures.
We had what we call glue, so there was like a glue option to essentially make that projection. We could kind of control where that actually is offset from the ship, and we settled on the name glue.
I love how they're talking, by the way, how passionately they're talking about what they're doing. This is sounding very healthy as well. This is a team that is motivated and love what it does, and I like seeing that in Inside Star Citizen.
We also have a volumetric component where it renders a volumetric shape which ties all of these elements together for the final effect.
We knew quite early on that we were also going to be able to use science distance fields for other types of effects, so We needed a safer type of effect, and I thought that atmospheric entry was a more safe effect.
It was the first bit of tech to use the
Oh,
SDF.
that's why.
The effects are colliding with the SDF, and it allows the fire and flames to hug the surface of the ship more realistically and much tighter.
Oh,
There's quite a few
okay.
things that we haven't done yet that we know we want to do. All we've got at the moment is the actual impact effects. What we
Well, that's
actually
still,
need
I still fine with all what you guys think. The impact effect is still looking pretty good to me.
to do in the future is actually have the powering on and powering off states as well.
The initial release of SDF shields is just for the Idris and Javelin, and it's only really for their detection of hits and the displaying of hits.
Going forward, we plan to roll this shield tech out to the rest of the ships.
Yes, please. Every ship need to have that. From the biggest ship, the Javelin, all the way to the Pegasus, the Merlin. They all need to have those kind of shields. They are going to look so fantastic. They are going to make dogfighting also even more beautiful and more epic than they already are. When is this coming? When will all ships have this kind of shield technology? I guess we're gonna have to check out the roadmap for again. I didn't see it. Sorry, my bad. But this is
And
really
when
good
we
looking.
have most of the ships in a pretty good position, we are going to start looking at fleshing out the various types of shields, the style, the manufacturer, and
Oh, yeah, there are going to be different types of shields indeed. So that based on different types of manufacturers, are we going to have different types of color maybe? That could be nice as well.
the race.
Oh,
So Vandul may have a completely different looking shield than the human shield.
A lot of the work that we've done for the shield SDF effects will just help us with our effects in general. There's loads of other ways we can use SDFs. There's loads of other ways that we can use lots of the individual
But
elements
what other
that came
ways?
together to make the shield effects. We could just use them generically for VFX in our game in general, and that's going to just give us that next level of quality. And
Michael Vilkes here asking a good question in the chat. Can a ship ramp through shields or do they bounce off? I'm afraid that this is not being answered in today's video, Michael, but that is a very good question.
quality.
Awesome.
So what did we learn this week?
We learned some very good stuff here, Jared. Another good episode. I don't know what you guys thought. I thought it was a very good episode here. And speaking of question, guys, it is now my turn to ask a question, especially related to the giveaway that I'm doing this month. I'm giving away a Retaliator with lifetime insurance. All you have to do, guys, on winning is to be a subscriber to the channel and answer the question I'm going to ask right now. What do you think about those shields? Do you find them exciting? Can't you wait for them? Do you think this should not be a priority? I would like to know everything in the comments down below. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Star Citizen content. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.